Let me preface this video by saying I was not going to make a follow-up on this situation until any amount of actual evidence was presented against my name, but I simply cannot stand back and let the events unfold as they have without saying something. So here we go. It's worth noting that I'm also reading this from a script because there is a lot of detail that I need to be said and be out there in the world and phrased in a way which I think makes this whole situation worth reading from a script. I am being targeted. I thought in an attempt to push me out of the Mario Kart Wii community, to which I'd made peace with, but as the days go by and with every single action that has been followed since my initial ban, it's clear that this is a personal attack designed to bully me away from streaming and making content, which is both what I love to do and now my sole source of income. The Mario Kart Wii moderators, and JC in particular, are not acting in a way a community moderator should. It's hard to talk about this without pointing my finger directly at JC right now, but he is the one who is spearheading the public-facing defamation of my name within public discords. I asked JC for information about my ban, and his response was that he couldn't comment further on the claims made against me, which is just unfair. I said this in my last video, but I will reiterate it here. I've been branded as guilty, served a punishment, and cannot defend against the allegations because I do not know what they are. In fact, I know more now about what they are than I did when I woke up this morning. And that's because JC is still drip feeding the community information about my case, which I haven't even been told. I now know there are 3 alleged victims, and I know the most severe allegation is one concerning sexual assault. The fact I'm finding out about this through a message in my own Discord coming from a public server after being told that I would be provided with no further clarification as to my ban is fucking absurd. Let me plainly state, I have never sexually assaulted anyone. To hide behind these baseless allegations and accuse an individual of such an act to get them kicked out of a community is nothing but cowardice. Accusing someone of sexual assault is not okay. It ruins lives and it cannot be used in the way it has been because it's damaging to actual victims of sexual assault. Victims who endure unimaginable things and have to fight so hard to have their side of the story heard and believed. I cannot defend myself against claims which have no basis. In any other aspect of life, these allegations would have been laughed at. No evidence has been presented, and I have been unable to provide my side of the story because of that. A court of law wouldn't allow this to stand. A work HR hearing wouldn't allow this to stand, because in every normal facet of life, the people investigating would gather statements of evidence from the person accused. The timeline of all the events which have led to where we are now will be made public from people who have been by my side through every step of this saga, namely HypnoShark. And that will help shine a light on how conveniently these bans have lined up with the events of the past 10 days. And the most recent of these conveniences is being banned from speedrun.com, which happened immediately after I PB'd on stream yesterday. I have now, once again, learned that this has come from the Mario Kart Wii community, as stated in JC's message. And this has only come after I stream post ESA, set a PB, and JC, or the people around JC, realise that they need to target me on another platform to take me down. I will also note that last night, JC and HypnoShark had a call regarding my ban. As the person accused who tried to find out information as soon as possible a week ago, I was refused any clarity. And now, JC is calling with whoever it might be, but in this case Sam, discussing details of the accusations made against me to a third party who ultimately shouldn't be privy to certain info that JC was open to sharing. At one point, Sam even had to stop JC from divulging details of the case with him, which might have been shared against the alleged victim's wishes. Sam noted to me that it seems the purpose of that call was to get me to submit an MKC ticket. Sam has also asked me to say that his one regret is that he didn't record that conversation, which I'm sure he'll comment further on in his own way in due course. MKC, Mario Kart Central, keeps trying to make me appeal the ban with a ticket, to which my response is a very succinct, fuck you. I got banned without a ticket being submitted, and the only reason you want me to submit a ticket now is so that this can be dealt with internally. When I then refuse to submit a ticket to you, and I'm talking to directly JC at this point, you go and divulge more information about my ban in a public forum in a blatant attempt to keep the narrative one-sided. Fuck you. The fact that in the very same message that you say you'll endeavour to handle these situations better in the future, let me pull that up again. The fact that in the very same message that you say you'll endeavour to handle these situations better in the future, you publicly state more information about the claims than has been provided before, just goes to show how corrupt the mod team has become. And if I cared about the Mario Kart Wii community at all anymore, I would be demanding your resignation for the actions you have taken here. Let me be clear. This situation is not me versus JC, or even me versus the allegations made against me. It's good people versus injustice. And I don't think it's unfair to ask people to choose a side there. This whole ordeal has so many major ramifications for the wider speedrun community if it is not handled in a better manner moving forward. I still cannot defend myself, and if these allegations had any legs to stand on, then they would have and should be released publicly. It's absolutely insane that I, the accused party here, have to ask and actually want that to happen. That's all I have to say on the situation. Thank you for everyone's support so far, and for being able to see through the obvious web of lies being spun in an attempt to discredit my name. It's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching.